Vroom, motherfucker.
Hello.
I'm gonna be the best travel vlogger that the world has ever seen.
Do it. The market's open.
As long as you enjoy it, man.
I do.
It's fun. You can just create without worrying about somebody else's things.
Yep. Because I already have my group things and writing and that kind of part, but I also like travel vlogging. It's different from like
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, you and me both. I think I'm gonna get into some travel vlogging.
Shut the fuck. The only thing that you have to do first is just post regular content.
Dude, I'm doing content.
You know, people literally email us on a regular basis asking us how to do stuff in the influencing world, and you just get that shit for free and you choose to throw it away. It's like I give you a bag of gold, right? You melt it down, turn it into a disc, and then you throw it out a window.
Dude,
you're a piece of shit.
You know what? Speechless.
You guys want to hear some funny shit too? So we were at a coffee shop, right? And Joe was dropping these fucking dimes of wisdom on Nick. And Nick was just sitting there going, man, this is some good advice. And I was grinding my teeth because I said the same thing to him for the past year.
But also, the way Joe says it is just so much nicer.
Oh, because I'm not mean like David.
Yeah.
But David says the same shit.
I was nice.
Joe says it differently. Yeah, you were, but you're still a dick.
I used to be nice. That shit went out the fucking window.
Yeah, you know. I think I respond better to meanness anyway.
Yeah, I just got to call you a piece of trash and you'll never amount to anything. And then you're like, Daddy?
Yeah. You sound like my mother. And then I'll make something of myself. Watch. Just wait.
You're terrible.
Wait till, just wait, dude.
Speaking of social media, I'm actually doing a live post right now promoting GeniusBrain.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's dope.
That's funny. So what, Nick, how come for the longest time, David's been pretty much trying to help you on your business and you just been fighting that? What's going on?
No, it's not that I'm fighting it. It's just, I don't trust David and anything he says. I'm just kidding. No, it's,
yeah.
Well, it's not just that. It's because I'm kind of doing some revamping.
Well, it's hard to type on the computer when his hand is on his dick all the time. That's why, because all he does is masturbate
what's
all
on
day.
Porno? What's on porno?
He's either working out or masturbating.
Have you seen his fucking keyboard? Sticky.
Dude, it's like it sounds like you're stepping on like I don't know, a broken glass.
Like I call it the ghetto theater. When you go to those like $1 theaters and it's just all popcorn and candy on the floor.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like when you type on my keyboard. No, I don't have a porn addiction. It's just I'm just revamping my own.
You know what
I
people
went through
say?
a lot of change since December, so I'm revamping everything.
Yeah.
So fuck you, David.
The funny thing is, so you're actually very talented and you're one of the best trainers that I've ever had. Like
thank you. I appreciate that, man.
You helped me increase a lot. I lost 10 pounds, and same with David. Like there's actual progress with you. And I have a lot of friends who are into fitness and all that stuff. But the funny thing is, I think you don't treat it like a business. Like I'm out here every Friday, you're pulling out money out of your own pocket to have our group things like where we train together. I didn't even know that.
See, it all started when Nick was a child and he had to pay people to be his friends.
Oh my God. But that's the thing.
It goes deeper than that.
God, it's getting really hot in here.
It kind of is, actually. Let me call this.
Which is funny to me because it seems like you genuinely care about fitness and you care about all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that stuff, I take it as a work expense. It's something that I'm kind of testing some stuff in the water before I kind of.
So you use us as guinea pigs.
I use you guys as guinea pigs.
You know how people test the temperature in water? They put their foot in there for, I'd say, about a couple seconds.
Yeah.
He has left his foot in the pool for 6 years.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
don't know anyone that really fucks themselves the way that you do. You like royally fuck yourself to the point of extinction, and then you keep saying I'm testing. Like how long you got to test for?
Here's the thing. It's you have to react to certain stimuluses that's put on yourself.
Stimuli, you stupid son of a bitch.
I'm putting myself. Yeah, you're right. I'm just nervous right now because it's so hot in here. I'm just putting myself through the fire, and I will come out on top. It's just the beginning of a lot of change.
Well, if anyone's in the LA area, they should definitely follow and check out Nick. Well, at Nick the Ear on Instagram, right? They should get personal life advice because
your life will not change at all.
If you want someone to complain to, I complain to this dude like every morning. We work out together.
We cry, we laugh, we
Yeah,
love.
and I think that's like what a real personal trainer is there for, is to fucking build you up as a human being.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. David,
Yeah.
what do you have to say? Your turn. What are some nice things you have to say about me?
I'm just trying to get you some damn business because of how much you've helped me improve.
I appreciate that,
When
man.
I wake up, I go see Nick. And
Wait, what happened to David?
We hang out, and he makes me better. And,
Oh my God, David, do you have CTE?
sometimes
You fucking knocked him out too
when
much.
Oh my God,
Hey
dude.
guys, so I'm gonna go for the middleweight belt champion of the world, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
This fool sounded like Nam Fan right now. Like, what the fuck, bro?
You haven't even done the countdown for the podcast yet.
Oh, who needs the fucking
it.
countdown? At this point?
It's in.
Shit, who
It's
needs
in.
the fucking countdown, man? Well,
Fuck it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's already in.
I think we recorded.
Yeah. Well, I thought we were already shooting, so I was like, fuck it.
We are
let's
shooting.
bring
We
it
are
in.
shooting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I always give Nick shit because he just doesn't care about his own life, so I have to care for him.
No, that's not what it is. That's
He gets more
misconstrued.
excited
It's 'cause
about the sous vide machine he bought than he does about actually making a career for himself.
I kind of envy Nick a little bit because he's doing what he loves, right? Like he's just training and fitness and things like that, and he's just. It seems like you get a certain amount and you're just kind of cool, like you're coasting, and then you're not like, I need to what's the next step? What's the next thing?
Hawaiian.
It's, you know what it is? It is, but it's just deep down. I hide it really well. That's it.
You're a Hawaiian dude, man.
No, I hide it very well.
You just sit there and you
I
just
need to
wait
make
for
millions of dollars.
Really? Yeah, because you're Singaporean, and Singaporeans are known to be greedy as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm just kidding. just kidding.
Shouts on my peeps in Singapore.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
You want money, la?
You want money, la? I wonder where that comes from. That la part that's just a part of the Singaporean.
That's just like because there is such a mishmash of like culture down there. Dude. Like they speak Mandarin, like Cantonese. They speak Teochew. They speak English, and they all mix it in one like language.
and English is their main language.
Yeah,
too.
everybody speaks English.
Are there Indians there?
There's a lot of Indian, and they all sound like Singaporeans. They don't sound like necessarily Indian people. They all sound like Singaporeans, and it's a very unique accent. It's my favorite accent.
Is
to
it
listen
like
to.
Malaysia? Because like they're like brothers, right? But then
Yeah, a lot of them are Malay Chinese or Malay or Indo, but I've never been to Malaysia, so I don't really know how they speak over there.
it
But
sounds the same to me.
they use Malay in their language too. Like yeah, it's crazy.
Because when you went, that was only like a week ago.
Yeah, I just came back last Wednesday.
Look at you, dude. Back into your hometown, your own
Traveling
land,
the world.
dude.
Baby. It was great to go. It was a nice perspective change.
You were talking about all the
how poor I am.
the
What were you saying?
prostitutes out there and stuff.
Yeah, there's like, dude, prostitutes are a thing out there.
oh, really?
and they were all coming in.
Just like he starts booking his ticket.
where
Well.
where we stayed. You're single now, so you could just hit that up.
Oh man, that's why I'm like what's the next thing? The next vagina.
Vagina.
What's the next vagina? No, I'm so torn. I don't even want to touch nothing right now. I don't even want to touch myself.
Well, that's what my job is as your personal trainer.
Yes,
to help
touch me.
you, release you.
Yes.
and jag you off. But yeah, the prostitutes out there were
All these people are gonna start fucking signing
Yeah,
up with Nick. Like, so I heard you do
so like,
male.
yeah, you're gonna jack me off or what's up?
Let's do this.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the prostitutes in Singapore, there was a good amount, and they were coming in and out of the apartment that we stayed at,
That's crazy.
and there was like a bunch of them. Like,
So there was like so you guys were living in a brothel? Like, what was going
no,
on?
we lived just in an apartment.
So you Airbnb'd or
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
And then there were just so many prostitutes walking in and out. Me and Tiff, we left around 4 a.m. to go to our flight.
That'd be so funny. They're just regular girls.
Nah, dude,
and you're just
they're not.
judging them.
They're like, hey,
No.
you don't have to live this life. I'm just going to school, la. What's the la?
No, there was like 4 girls just walking out at 4 a.m. and then they get picked up in like a
Little
a
van.
very shady Mercedes Benz that was very nice.
It's funny because Singapore, I feel like it's so strict and it's clean and it feels like a place that's like like super conservative, and then it's like all these girls are just fucking all day.
Yeah, they're just fucking.
This podcast is brought to you by Attitude, my friends. Hey, have you ever had trouble sleeping because you have had the scratchiest sheets on earth? Yo, growing up, my parents would buy the most bargain, cheapest, scratchiest sheets I've ever slept on in my life. It felt like I was sleeping on a bag of hay. Well, let me tell you something. I got these Attitude sheets. They feel awesome. I don't know how to describe how they feel exactly, but if I were to put it into words, I'd say it's like sleeping with a angel's feather caressing your butt. That's how soft and comfortable it feels. There's a couple of great things about these sheets that I like. Number one, it's cooling, and you know about me by now. You guys know how hot I get. I sweat like a mofo, and not only does my bed have to be comfortable, but the sheets have to be as comfortable as the bed. So the sheets really do breathe. Keeps me nice and cool. And on top of that, it's antimicrobial, because if you are a sweaty person, and I know that guys out there, you guys are musty, and that's because you're dirty. Well, guess what? These sheets are antimicrobial as well. So check it out. Why not try Attitude? These amazing sheets have a 30-day risk-free trial. If you're not fully satisfied, you can return your sheets for a full refund. They even cover shipping on returns. Attitude sheets, they're soft as silk, breathable as linen, but at the price of cotton. You're going to love them. When you support our sponsors, you support our show. And right now, my listeners will get a 20% off discount off their set and free shipping. Just text BRAIN to 64-000. The only way to get 20% off your set of Attitude sheets and free shipping is to text BRAIN to 64-000. That's BRAIN to 64-000. Message and data rates may apply.
It's dope because Singapore, the Crazy Rich Asians did not do a good job of depicting what Singapore is.
What do you mean? It's crazier or it's better? Or?
Well, the whole movie was shot in like Malaysia, so I've heard. And like they only in the whole movie, only one person has a Singaporean accent.
Really?
And it's just like the mom with Ken Jeong, right? Like that whole scene.
Is Ken Jeong Korean in there, or he's supposed to be?
I don't know what he is supposed to be, but he's American in the movie, right? And then his wife is a Singapore woman. But she's an actress in Singapore. She's like a famous actress in Singapore. But like, I don't know.
Is she a comedian?
Yeah, I think she's a comedy actor.
Oh.
But the whole movie just doesn't show like the true, like what Singapore really is. Because the way everyone speaks in Singapore, I could talk to anybody, and they just have such a beautiful way of speaking, and they're so funny, dude. They're funny as shit. They're always like clowning on everybody. It's just so unique to like most Asian, like Chinese culture or Korean or Japanese, that like Singapore is just it's very unique, dude. Just the way they speak, the way they talk, and the way they tell stories. You could listen to them talk for hours, bro. Like you just get lost in it.
Can you, well, they speak English out there, so that's fine. And I was like, how did you understand what they're saying?
Sometimes you don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Even if it's in English?
We go sometimes I don't know what they're speaking. We go to the hawker center sometimes, and they're speaking that mishmash, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you just said.
That mishmash.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, huh? But it's just because like it's like the older generation, I guess. But
I always wanted
very
to go to
different.
Singapore. I've never been, but Vietnam in April for me.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
The Vietnamese.
I can't wait for that, dude. Just because like I grew around so many Vietnamese people, I would like to know where all that shit comes from.
And the Vietnamese food, man.
So
I love Vietnamese food.
You know, people love traveling
so
to fucking Europe and stuff, but I've never been enticed to go to Europe.
Me neither.
I like Asia.
I like old European history though.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
go to,
like
like,
the
Italy.
castles
That'd be
and
cool.
like Rome or whatever. Maybe Greece.
Like Greece, Spain.
Greece would be beautiful. I'm sure.
Santorini.
Yeah, that
you
kind of those
know?
kind of places. But like, you know,
Yeah.
the UK, like Britain, I'm straight off that.
Yeah.
Unless like they put me in a like an armored knight thing and I get to sword battle somebody, maybe. Or
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I want to
Ride
go
a
there
horse.
and someone's like, "Hello, my lord." Like, I want that kind of Europe.
that OG shit.
Yeah.
Hello, governor.
Yeah.
They do that to you.
I want to be like around a bunch of fucking Christopher Columbus looking people.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's what you should do.
But I don't want to go there and it's like
You get pillaged. That's what
One
you do.
Direction kind of people.
Because I look. You know what's so funny? Because when I go to, unless it's like you go to Paris or France, right? You see a lot of this architecture that's very beautiful, right?
Paris was sick.
Right. But then I go to Asia and I look at these temples that are even older than what
Yeah.
they have. And it amazes me how somehow they managed to, first of all, design and create and then erect these buildings.
Out of wood.
Just
wood.
fucking
It's
wood,
yeah.
dude. Makes no sense to me. I don't even
wood
know.
and seashells and like fucking bird's nest.
6 hours. 6 hours to build an
comes up with that shit?
IKEA coffee table.
Yeah.
That's what it takes me.
Yeah.
And then you see these people somehow create this fucking 30 foot
Yeah.
high temple.
It shouldn't take you 6 hours.
I know.
And it's just one piece of wood and then 4 legs, and it takes you 4 hours.
Yep.
Because IKEA does a shitty job of presenting.
You know what
tools.
IKEA needs to work on? You guys need to work on fucking having a table where you just screw something in a little bit and then the whole thing just explodes.
Yeah.
How about you guys create something that doesn't do that?
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
And also the way they
That
write the
cheap-ass
instructions.
wood.
Yeah.
The way they write the instructions is like, oh, we're supposed to know exactly how this is done. We don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to install drawers in my fucking desk.
I like how they have the picture too, where it's one person, and then the guy is sitting there. He's sad, and they put an X through him, but it's 4 people. And they're like,
Yeah.
"This is how many people you need," and it's just one little dresser.
But when you have 4 people, you all want to murder each other at some point
Yes.
because no one's on the same page.
Oh, you know where I want to check out? The Netherlands. Like the whole Sweden and like all the.
I heard Sweden
Finland
is
and-
it's actually really cheap to go there.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure if things aren't cheap to buy there, but the ticket's pretty cheap because ZZ's from Sweden.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets good deals all the time. And then he said that it's very beautiful out there.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot to do.
Oh, yeah, because I just want to do the nature shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Just
I'll
go
go in
hiking.
spring. Yeah, it
Yeah,
looks
that'd be
like
cool.
crystal clear. Like I like a lot of nature.
Yeah. So a lot of people go to Sweden for maybe like 4 or 5 days, and they'll hop over to another part of Europe.
That's tight.
Yeah. When I travel, I want to see shit that I don't get to see out here.
Yeah, like I'm over cities, man. Like I feel like cities are the same all over the world, but that's where the good food is.
Yeah.
But then aside from that, what do you got? You got the same shit. You got shopping. You got
Yeah.
the, like towers. Like I want to see culture. I want to see like fucking monkeys in a Cambodian forest that's trying to like steal a purse.
I'm just afraid. I'm just afraid I'm gonna just come back with some crazy disease.
And you will.
All right.
Knowing
perfect.
you probably will.
Like
You'll
I
catch
just-
something.
Like an ape is gonna come up and just bite my neck and then run away.
Out of all 3 of us, that'll happen to you probably.
I know.
And then all my training will come in. I'm gonna parry one of his hits. I'm gonna uppercut him in the chin and then hit him with the left cross in the face.
And then he's going to bite your dick off because that's what monkeys go for first is
Oh.
your dick in your eyes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I want. Anyways,
What would we die? So David would probably die from like 1 in a million chance of a disease.
Yeah.
I'd probably die from an STD, and you probably die from like an infection from a wound or something.
I'd probably like trip on like a cord and like hit my head and I'll
Oh,
probably die
like
Final
like a blunt.
Destination.
I'll die like some stupid shit. Like a vending machine will fall on me or something.
but when we travel to Asia though, like I think the big reason why I like it is because, well, maybe it doesn't apply to Singapore, is because I don't speak the language and I have to figure my way around. And I think that challenging experience of communicating, I like that.
Yeah.
Because it gets me out of my comfort zone and also kind of puts in perspective for me of what my parents had to go through when they came to the United States. They didn't speak any fucking English at all. And somehow they made a career, career out of
they made
something.
a business.
How the fuck did that happen? I don't get that shit because I don't think if you drop me in the middle of Asia, I would survive.
Yeah.
I think I'd just be fucked. Like I'm just homeless.
You're just going to sleep here now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sleep outside, try to beg for money because I don't know what their adaptation process was to make that happen.
I bet it was fucking tough.
For sure.
They have
Yeah,
friends,
so
right?
tough.
I'm not. Well, I know my aunt came here too, but then my dad had to kind of figure out his own way. But I feel I think I'm assuming this, but I think that's why a lot of immigrants kind of go towards religion. Because the
community.
church community comes and helps them out, and they'll help set them up, and they kind of feel that love and warmth from, like, let's say like a Christian church, and that's their introduction to figure out how to get things going. Because I know my dad did that when he had his church. He would help people who just immigrated here figure their way out.
Everybody needs a community.
Yeah, and then they would kind of fall in love with the community that way, just because everybody was so warm and helpful, right? So I don't know if I could do that though. Like I don't understand how Asian parents or just anybody who immigrates to a new country just starts a new life.
Yeah.
Because that scares the fucking shit out of me. I wouldn't be able to do that.
You know what though? You'd be fine.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be fine.
What would I do? I just start miming
No.
outside of a Chinese temple?
I think we have more access to info, like fucking Google Translate and all
Yeah.
that shit. So
You'd be fine.
Oh yeah, we have Google Translate.
yeah,
now.
we could just like type in whatever we want, and then like if we're in Vietnam, they'll read it and be like, "Motherfucker, I know English."
If you had to go to any Asian country that they don't speak English, they don't speak your native language, where would it be?
And it has to be dangerous. I think that's
Okay.
That's a challenge.
All right.
Because if you go to a country that's like already safe, then you don't feel like weird there.
I think the country that I would go to because it's going through like an industrial revolution right now, Vietnam.
Really?
Yeah. And I heard like Saigon is supposed to be, it's very modern right now. And they have a lot of great stuff there. Fashion is coming up there. A lot of factories are opening there too.
Yeah.
So I think I would go to Vietnam and try to make my way around
Because
there.
China's too bougie now. They're like, fuck that, I don't want to do it. And
Nah,
then the
there's too many
Vietnamese like,
people.
I'll take it. Give
Yeah.
it to me.
Well, I can't go to China because Shane Gillis says it's trash. So I can't.
Yeah.
He's so right.
And he said there's ducks hanging around everywhere. No good.
delicious.
Delicious.
And I'm like,
Dude,
oh,
Tiff, she saw a duck hanging and we went to a hawker center, and I feel like she's seen it before, but then she just like lost her appetite and she like barely ate.
That makes me salivate.
Yeah.
I'll go to aquariums and I'll just start salivating.
It was chicharron. She'd be like, "Oh, that looks good.
that's fine.
That looks good."
it's so weird when people are like that with certain foods because if you look at their, like, it depends on what culture you're from when you look at their food, right?
Yeah.
You go, what the fuck are you eating? We're talking about this shit.
And it really does show. It's just like your environment that you grew up in.
Yeah.
Because she eats like menudo and like pozole.
Yeah, and that shit is
Yeah,
like, that's
bro.
garbage soup.
That's intestine.
Yeah.
It's delicious, but like if you think about what's inside of it,
Caca.
most people wouldn't be caught dead eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you have menudo, they put tripe in there. They
Yeah.
put all every like body part of
And
a
it
pig in there.
doesn't necessarily look the most appetizing. It's delicious, but like if you were to look at it firsthand, you would be like, "Oh, I probably don't want to eat."
And I say
this.
garbage soup, by the way, with the utmost respect,
No,
because
he means it.
no,
I love menudo.
It's delicious.
But it still smells like shit from time to time.
yeah, depending on who cooks it, because that's like the tricky part about menudo. When you go to a spot that you don't know, if they're not boiling it off and cleaning it right, it'll smell like the organs. But if you
Yeah.
go to a place that does it right and it's super clean, fantastic.
It's all texture, baby.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Pozole is way better to me though. It's
Yeah,
way-
pozole. I like pozole more.
yeah. I don't know about menudo sometimes because that just smells like somebody dunked their asshole in it. It's fucking weird. Well, we should get into the topic of today. So I have a Patreon and I allow people to ask. Was supposed to be like a specific video that I could do on like the regular videos that I do, but I thought this would be a better Patreon podcast topic. And I don't know, because I don't know how I would answer this. This is such a weird, not a weird, but a very difficult question to answer. So this was asked by Danielle, and she is asking for advice on how to peacefully convince important figures in your life to be less racist or homophobic, or just at least getting them to pretend to have that much human decency would be cool.
You can't get rid of them. That's it.
That's
Just
the
get rid of them.
funniest. Damn. So she cares that much that she needs to change the mind of her family members. That's tough.
That's the part where I just don't know, because some people are so entrenched in their own views, specifically when it comes to stuff like this, like religion. And I think homophobia has a lot to do with religion.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, one of my uncles was like, we were just talking about how homosexuality might be something that you're born with. Like we're talking about nature versus nurture and things like that. And I was like, they were thinking that the gene might come from the mother's side of the family. And same with baldness and all this stuff. And it's just a pure biological talk, right?
Yeah.
And it's science. But this guy's so religious. He was like, nah, he's like, the female side of our family is very religious. So there's not going to be any gay people.
That's tight.
And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with,
That's tight.
what the fuck does that have to do with DNA? Like
That's
religion.
science.
Yeah.
That's a
I don't know.
hypothesis right there. That's a good one.
But yeah,
Because I think, because you and I both,
we're too Christian to be gay.
yeah, because you and I both grew up in very religious households.
Yeah.
And so I even remember, I'm not sure this was a negative thing, but even them as adults, like my parents as adults with their friends within the church, they were trying to figure out what homosexuality is too.
They didn't even know what it was.
They couldn't figure out how somebody could
Suck a dick.
yeah, suck a dick.
How a dude could suck a dick.
how they could even become gay. So I remember the conversation. This is so weird because it was such a random thing, because my parents used to have stuff at the house called kuyongyebes, and kuyongyebes are basically worship that you do outside of the church, and you kind of do it at somebody else's house. It's
Like
a great ordeal.
Bible study clubs like that.
Yeah, so my mom would invite people over. She would create this big old Korean feast. They would whatever, eat, have fun, but they would worship at the end of the day. But I remember sitting at the table and they were talking about homosexuality. And to me, even as a young person, it was a funny conversation because they were just like, why are people gay in Korean, right? And then somebody said the funniest fucking thing that I realized as an adult. He goes, I think people are gay. He goes, it might have something to do with us coming from monkeys. It was just, they were so inquisitive.
Wow.
They were actually trying.
They were genuinely trying to figure out like, why are people gay?
Yeah, because because if you really look at it from their kind of perspective, just from a biological standpoint, homosexuality doesn't make sense, right? Because there's no reproductive goal in it. You fuck you find this your same sex attractive, and they couldn't really figure that part out. Yeah. And then one person came in with like, that's the doing of the devil. That's the devil inside your heart telling you to suck that dick.
Like Christian JK News, but for old people.
Yeah, that's really what it is. And they were trying to figure it out. And I don't know if in this person's case, like what their severity of, or what they define as what homophobia is, right? Because some people just can't understand what it is, and they just don't know how to wrap their head around it. So it's something that either wasn't explained to them, on top of that, or number two, maybe they were reprimanded for even having those thoughts as a kid.
Yeah, they might be gay and they're hiding it too.
Yeah.
Because, like some of the most homophobic people are the most gayest people.
Yeah.
They want to be marching in a pride parade. They want to have all kinds of boyfriends or girlfriends, But then they're like, I think like in this person's situation, she's probably thinking like, man, I hate like being around such ignorant people and it's frustrating. I can understand that feeling because once you learn something, you want to help people that you love and care about to know it too, so they don't come off looking stupid. But you never change anyone through anger and frustration. Like that'll never work. And by lecturing people, they'll just shut down even more. So you don't want to approach you don't want to approach it as if it's a problem. You don't want to approach it as if like
something's wrong with them.
Something's wrong with they need to learn, because then that's very top down. And what I mean by top down is like you don't want to come off as better than anybody. No one listens to that shit. If anyone that tries to inform other people or lecture them over the internet or just face to face, like no one cares and no one wants to listen. That's the worst way to teach and try to help people learn. Another way that people fuck up is, aside from like, what do you call it? Like being so combative about things, is like acting as if people should know already.
Yeah.
Like people don't know and they're acting racist or ignorant or homophobic or whatever because they don't know. And, they don't know how hurtful it is or whatever. Like no one's doing things maliciously with that intent. That's a very, very small percentage of people. And if people like realize that that's how humans are, we'll stop looking at each other as like bad people or like hateful people, or you know what I mean? Like that's the first problem, is that you're looking at them as ignorant, hurtful, mean, hateful, stupid, whatever. Like when you look at people like that, then you can't teach them and you can't help them learn anything.
For me, I think a really great perspective flip is number one, if an older generation in my family, they have very negative thoughts about, homosexuality or just kind of like racial superiority type of stuff, and everybody beneath them or whoever they give birth to, their kids, whatever, my cousins or whatever, don't agree with them and they've already moved on, that means that generation is already going to die out.
Yeah.
They're already done with their influence and it didn't affect us, so we're fine. So I would try to flip the perspective and say, that's how they are. If you put your 2 cents out there and you try to convince them in a very nice way and it didn't work, well, it's going to die with them.
Yeah.
It is going to die with them.
Exactly.
Because you already don't think that, and that if that's your parents or your uncles or your aunts, and they don't really have an influence on anybody else, and these are just their personal thoughts, then I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but it's going to die with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even care to even try to change them.
I think the best way that people do change is when they meet the people that they are racist against or whatever.
The human connection side.
Usually, all this shit happens because of tribalism. Like, people that live in Asian bubbles or white bubbles or whatever, like they're not meeting face to face, making friends with gay people or whatever. And once you do, it just changes your perspective of what you thought you had, like, especially if you think that this group is an enemy, like, oh, this group always steals or this group always, wants to control me or whatever.
Yeah, and when you dislike something so much with a lot of passion and fervor, you will maybe not on purpose, but you will find things that you dislike about that group way easier than you would if you just like them.
Yeah.
So if you
Because you're
just
looking for it.
exactly, so if you hate gay people, you'll go on Facebook and you'll find the articles or you'll find the videos that will bolster that opinion that gay
Why
people
gay is bad.
Yeah, why gay is bad, right?
I think politics is a perfect example.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're just constantly looking for, fucking libtard, or
Yeah.
you fucking alt-right racist, or like you're just constantly looking for that shit.
Everybody's cherry picking data all
Yeah.
the
Oh,
time.
for
all the
sure.
fucking time.
Whatever circle you're looking in, whether it's like, especially in fitness, that's a big thing too, where people are cherry picking scientific studies and they'll say, oh, this is the reason why this happens or whatever. But a lot of the time too, it's when people are looking for issues as far as to look for in a different race, they'll look for specific issues or news stories that are happening within that race or within that sexual orientation, and they'll make a big deal out of it. So a lot of the times too, it's like you can't really do much from your point of view, but I think what helps is if you kind of come to the issue with a little bit of empathy, which sounds crazy to be
Yeah.
empathetic with the people that are racist or sexist or whatever. But there's nothing else you could really do but kind of change how you react to those situations. Unless it's like for instance, I have a situational personal story about how someone in my family was a little, I guess you could say, homophobic to a certain instance. But over time, just spending time with those people or kind of understanding, just like what you said, just being around them and getting to know them as human beings, you don't really see them for that anymore, for being for gay or straight or whatever. You just kind of carry on. But you have to kind of come from a point of understanding with these people of how they grew up.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily their fault. It's just their expectations growing up. And there's not much you could do about it besides just kind of change how you think about it.
Yeah, I think the thing that people fuck up when they try to teach others is information never helps people. Like they think facts and information and data and like all this shit, you keep spewing out this stuff. People don't learn that way. People learn mainly through experience and their own self-growth. So like just by being in proximity with, like, let's say you never hung out with black people, but you're afraid of them because of the news or whatever. Like you just think that they're aggressive or whatever because you see this on the movies. And then, you start hanging out. Actually, if you start making friends, you start realizing like, oh shit, there's more similarities in the human experience than differences for everything. I find so many more similarities with people than not. One is all humans are stupid as fuck.
Straight up.
That is a huge similarity. And a lot of humans learn through feeling and experiences, and no one wants to admit that they're wrong. So that's why when you spew information out at people and you try to change their mind, they never do. It never works, but everyone argues all day as if it's going to change somebody's mind.
Yeah, because you'll give people certain just facts that'll shut down their argument, and even before they even listen to what you're going to say, they have a rebuttal for it.
Yeah.
So nobody's really trying to listen, especially if they're already entrenched in their own view and they have an emotional attachment to that hate.
Yep.
Whatever you say, they're not going to fucking listen to it.
Yeah.
It always starts with being vulnerable and respect. So like if any of us had something to say, all right, and then I need to be corrected or whatever, there has to be the rapport first and foremost for you to be able to give information and then that person receiving it and going, oh shit, maybe I'm wrong because I trust David. I understand. We have rapport. We're friends. I know he has my best interest in mind. So maybe he's correcting me and I should really take a look at this. That's very different from someone who maybe not respect you. And even among friends, this happens too, where like some friends are stubborn because they don't think that you know more, or you know better or whatever, right? So it takes a very rational and a close relationship to use information as a way to teach someone. Or it's an academic environment and you're willing to learn and then you give information out and then it's like, oh, okay, cool. So they got to be ready to receive this information. And I think the only way you can change someone is like, it takes a lot of fucking work, like a lot of time and work. That's why using info and just spewing out facts is like the worst thing you could do. It's the shortest thing, but it's never going to work. So you're just going to fight.
And you could do all the right steps
Yep.
to like show somebody the right way to think mindset wise. But if they're not ready to kind of accept that, or they're not ready to listen to you, or whatever the case may be, they're never going to.
Yeah, that's why going back to what David said, I think the main thing is really being okay with it. Like use that time to focus on you and being able to control your emotions when people say things that you disagree with and people do things that make you cringe. That's what I learned over time, because every time I learn some information or whatever, I love to share that with my friends, and I want them to elevate too, or I want them to be informed so they don't make the same mistakes that I do. And even though I have great intentions, I become too preachy and I become too annoying and argumentative. And most people aren't that way, you know, like most people don't like to sit there and argue and debate and learn about facts and things all day. And it gets tiring. So that's like the worst thing you can do. And it does damage to the friendship and relationship between you and your family too.
Yeah. And these subjects too are so sensitive. I find it more the case than not that when somebody tries to convince somebody not to be this certain way, they usually attack them.
Yeah.
They don't come from a place of, like we said before, empathy, and you're not really looking to change them out of the kindness of your heart. You're looking to change them because you think they're a fucking asshole.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you do that, people already aren't going to listen. It's like when my mom and I get into arguments and shit, it clashes a lot because I'm
Because she probably goes like, you know why you're a fucking idiot, David?
Exactly.
You know, it's already off on the wrong foot. You know?
Don't call me that.
yeah, there's no like, and it kind of catches people off guard, like what the fuck? Because if you know that this is their ideal, this is something that they believe, and now you're attacking one of their beliefs.
Yeah.
So if you look at it like that, then you would probably be a little careful about how you say things.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that I think all of us can work on. This is something that I'm learning to work on a lot too. Because when something rubs me the wrong way, I try. Okay, first of all,
You're right. You're right.
Okay, so I know this guy, right? Like I see he has a lot of potential. I'm not gonna mention who this man is, right?
Bart, he's talking about you, Bart.
Now, when I first
talking about you.
He's like, you know why you're such a loser ass bitch? Here's 10.
Wow,
he's
Bart,
like,
you're gonna
here's
let him
10
talk to you like
reasons
that?
why. 10 reasons why Nick is a loser ass bitch.
And I could be very rude and just be like, that's not me, dude. There's no way.
but let's just start with this. There's certain specific cases where this doesn't apply. Like for example, when you first meet somebody and they ask for your help and you just give them these fucking dimes, right?
Yeah.
You give them these fucking bags of gold and they melt it away and they turn it into a ball and they throw it into the middle of the ocean, right? However, those people are a little different. Those people deserve to be called stupid. Idiots. And in fact, surprisingly, they're still alive to this day because they haven't just thrown themselves into the ocean with that ball of gold.
2 more days.
Give me 2 more days to see
After
where
this
I'll
is
be.
released, your boy's going to be in the ocean. Not me, because that's not talking about me.
Yeah, we're not talking about Nick at all. This other guy, his name is Nick the Foot. Nick the Foot. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, another thing that popped into mind was like going back to the whole controlling your own perspective about things is like, how do you know if it's just your own interpretation of them being racist or homophobic?
Yeah.
And maybe they're not. Maybe it's how you view them.
Maybe
'Cause-
you're racist. Maybe you're homophobic.
or maybe or maybe you're not I don't know, unless it's blatant, like they're out there using the N-word and stuff like that. Like I think that's kind of what's happening a lot these days too, is people kind of read between the lines a little too much. Not saying that you do, Daniel, but like a lot of people do that now where there was no intention and there was nothing racist about a statement, but it can be because a lot of people project their own insecurities onto that.
Yeah, like with the SNL guy, and when I did my video on it, I had to sit and think about it for a while because I had.
You mean the Shane Gillis guy?
Yeah, so I'll use that as an example of something where I had to sit on it first before I made a comment. And, obviously the video that I did is like 80% comedy, 20% serious, right? Because it's just me just doing what I do, just trashing and roasting somebody. But in that case, like I try to look at it as the first time when that video came out, I was like, people probably are being a little too sensitive because he's a comic, right?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what that's about. So I watched the video probably like 10 or 12 times and I kind of sat there and I'm like, why does this rub me the wrong way? And I didn't know why. And I was like, why did it rub me the wrong way? And then I kind of watched the video again and again. And I was like, oh, I know why it rubbed me the wrong way. It's because he wasn't making a joke.
No, there was no bit.
Exactly.
It
I
was
was
like the bit was going somewhere, and then he went to the next one and the next one. Like there was no.
It was too casual.
He just said it like it was.
It was shit talking.
Like it was a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It was just him shit talking. I was like, oh, this isn't funny.
No, it's like usually in comedy, right? Like you make an observation and then you flip it or you revert, like you do all these different things or you heighten it, right? But what he was doing was making a bunch of observations and talking about how disgusting it is.
Exactly.
So that to me is just shit talking and it's not comedy.
Yes.
And the fact that he doesn't understand that chink is a derogatory term, that to me is like, well, this fool's mad disconnected. Because, okay, so I did a Twitter statement on this, right? And I'm like, okay, so if this guy thinks saying chink is pushing the boundaries, then why doesn't he just go out and say the N-word? Because that's really pushing the boundaries for that guy.
Yeah.
If that's his comedy, but he doesn't do that. And he's like, oh, sorry, I pushed the
Some
boundaries.
people even hate that reference too. There was somebody that left the comment and I had to block her because she was so fucking dumb. She goes, I knew that you were going to bring up that N-word thing and her observation was like, you can't use that because her statement was that in her opinion that the N-word is more offensive than, saying chink. And I'm like, first of all, that's in perspective to who you are.
Is she black?
She's black. And
Well,
I was like, of
duh,
course it's more
yeah.
offensive to you because you're black. I'm Asian.
Yeah,
So
like
that's
I'm gonna think that N-word is more offensive to me. Like, no, I don't have a connection to that word.
Exactly. So that perspective was so dumb. And then she went on to saying like, she goes, till this day, people don't know that the N-word in the United States is an offensive word. And I'm like, that's not true.
A lot of people know.
I said a majority of people understand. Did you ask anybody? They know it's bad. They just still choose to say it.
They don't even say the whole word.
But yeah,
They say
exactly. There's no abbreviated word for chink. Nobody just comes and go, ch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't say the C word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so my rebuttal to that was, my point was in the video that I was making was that people don't even understand that it's an offensive word, even when we tell them it's an offensive fucking word, and it just goes over their head.
Well, it's because there's no history of Asians speaking out about it and controlling the word and saying, don't say that, right?
Exactly.
So in our community, we know how hateful it is, and there's a racial history, a part of it, and all that. But that's why I think people like Shane Gillis, and I've been saying this for the longest time, white boy comedians that want to go race humor, they know that Asians are a little bit easier and safer to do. Because the same comedians that will never do black humor or anything else, they'll test the boundary by doing Asian humor.
Oh, for sure.
Because traditionally Asians just don't do this. Like they don't talk out. They don't talk back. They don't do anything. They just kind of like move on and or they don't even watch the content, so they don't know it exists, right?
Yeah.
But in the 90s, 2000s, in the comedy clubs, like a lot of these guys will attack that. But they won't do Latino, they won't do black, they won't do any of that stuff because of that reason.
Yeah. And that was the weird part of that conversation. I think for her, I was kind of like, what is this? The fucking racial Olympics, bitch?
Yeah, dude.
Like, what is wrong with you? Like,
either it's all okay to say or none of it is.
Yeah.
It's like it comes down to that.
Yeah, that's like me saying, well, gook is actually more derogatory than spick. So
Exactly.
And it's like,
Yeah.
why? Well, because there was a war and Asians were actually killed, and it's like, so what?
and
Like
it's
it
like-
doesn't matter. Like I don't know.
Like, why even write that fucking comment? And the only reason why I responded back, because it wasn't a troll comment. She was trying to sound as if she was the smartest person on earth, and she wanted to let me know about how wrong I am to make that comparison, to say that I shouldn't be offended by the word chink in comparison to how she's offended to the N-word. It's like, first of all, that's not even the observation.
You should be like, well, okay, I'm 80% offended. How about that? Is that okay? Can I be 70% offended?
Yeah.
Because then if the N-word is the 100% mark, right, of offensiveness to racial words, then maybe chink can be like, maybe we can negotiate. Can I be 60% offended?
Yeah, it was such a weird
she's like,
thing.
deal. We could sign on that.
Because her poignant statement is to say that racism is wrong, but her comment alone is already teetering on that racial thing. It's like, you're not making it any better, right? Because now you're telling people that you have a monopoly on what our offensive racial terms are.
See,
Like,
that's annoying too.
yeah, it's like,
so
wait,
annoying.
hold on. Like, you can't, like, I wouldn't step in your world and tell you how you should feel about, why did you get to tell me how I should feel in mine? Because you've had a personal experience with the word that offended you. I also have that with this word as well. And I'm only speaking on my behalf. You could feel the way you feel. I could feel the way I feel.
Yeah.
Like, what's it? Like, I call it the racial Olympics. It's like, no.
It is because it's like, well, if black people are the top, like most oppressed, or like who's the top?
Yeah.
You know, like they're trying to always compete.
Yeah.
And it's like, why does that even matter? We all got fucked.
Yeah, and
Like-
exactly. And her opinion was, she was saying that I was doing the whole oppression Olympics thing. I'm like, no, I'm not. The example that I'm using is me saying to this guy that he is comfortable saying that word because he knows he would never do that with the N-word, specifically because he understands the backlash that he would get.
Because
So
you're calling out his ignorance.
exactly.
Right?
It has nothing to
Because-
do with
yeah.
the other. I'm talking about him.
Yeah.
But that's what people get triggered.
No, because you're calling out
nothing.
his double standardness.
Exactly.
And but also people, like I said, people are stupid.
Yeah.
Like that's the number one common denominator. All races, all culture, everyone's a stupid fuck.
Yeah.
And so they don't understand what people are intending to do. And I think going back to Danielle's thing, like, you know, you got to check yourself and even control yourself. It always starts from the individual being calm, controlled, like the not need to like control yourself before you try to control others. So the need for you to want to change someone's mind, to inform them, to control them, that says more about your like kind of nature of wanting to control others than anything. And I think that's just my philosophy is once you just focus on controlling yourself and your emotions, that's where the real power lies, because you can't change racism. You can't change how stupid someone is. Like they're just going to continue being stupid for the rest of their lives. And I had to tell that to a lot of my family members too, where like, it's like, when they left the church, they wanted to rescue the other family members. And I'm like, no, let them be. Like, that's where their comfort is. And that's what their faith is. And if they love that, like, keep a relationship in all other areas. And if they try to preach to you, let them like do their thing and kind of like let that blow off and go fucking eat barbecue.
Yeah.
You know, like there's other things we can do. They don't have to be pleasant in everything.
Yeah. That's very smart because I always, how I would explain religion to people sometimes, they go, you waste your life kind of praying or to this being up high. And I always ask, my response to that is if somebody is doing something that makes them happy, that doesn't affect anybody in a negative way, that they get a sense of love and community for, and they die happy.
Yeah.
And even if this being doesn't exist, what does it matter? It's a win-win situation. They lived believing in something that made them happy, that they believe that they were living for a higher cause. Just like in your case, you're doing what makes you happy and you live what you're doing. The upside to them is, I guess their gamble is that they'll go to heaven. And your thing is, because heaven doesn't exist, it shouldn't really matter to you.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Unless they're, like the Westboro Baptist type of shit, then we have an issue, right? Where it becomes a little cultish and fucking crazy. And there's a lot of manic beliefs that are fucking up everybody else. That's something else, right? But in that case with the family members, what are you saving them from?
Yeah.
What are you saving them from?
Yeah, like are they so racist to the point where like they're gonna get in trouble for like you think they're gonna go out and start beating people of the race that they hate or whatever? Like, what are the consequences? If it's just a viewpoint, you might want to just focus on yourself.
Yeah.
And that's always my thing is like, don't spend so much time and hours focusing on others. Like we all have our own lives and our own hobbies and our own passions. And we all need to be a little more selfish, because that's how I make the world a better place. Is by just focusing on becoming a better person myself and putting that energy out there, and not really try to inform and control others,
Yeah. You'll make yourself go crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Because I've that's happened to me where like when I was a lot younger, where people will say things to me or whatever that's not very, the coolest thing to say. And I used to get so worked up. I used to get in fights and stuff, and I used to have this chip on my shoulder until at one point I just was like, dude, fuck it. I'm not gonna let this bother me anymore. Because there's not much you could do about it after a certain point. And especially in the context of a family member or a loved one that does and acts a certain way that you may not like, there's not much you could do about it except for how you react to it.
Yep.
And
You
a lot
could-
of it
you
is
could kick
just
him in
saying-
the stomach and say, "Stop being racist."
yeah. Or you just say, fuck it, I'm out of here. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm not gonna put up with this shit anymore, and then you carry on with your life.
Oh, I love abandoning people. That's my favorite.
Honestly, because there's at some point there's not much you could do. Because if you try to have a conversation with them, whether even if you're coming from the sweetest place ever, and you're coming from a place where you're not trying to call them out and you're being understanding and you're giving them an scapegoat. Even if you give that to them, they'll look at you in the face and say, "Fuck you, you're wrong. You do shit too, whatever." You know,
Yeah,
they'll
you can't increase IQ. You can't increase people's viewpoint. I mean, you just can't.
and there's
So-
nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
And you have to make peace with that. Like you have to make peace with, you know what, this person may never change. I'm gonna love them for who they are. But you know, if they do change, that'd be great.
And that's why comedy is awesome.
Yeah,
Because
it's a burden off your chest.
You
It's-
make fun of them.
Yeah,
you
dude.
you can make fun of them to their face around. I mean,
was
that
always-
doesn't help, but it helps you.
Yeah, that was
for
always
sure.
my way of handling people.
Yeah.
Like if you're being a dickhead, and I'll you know, just slowly poke the bear, you know? And it's just like there's really not much you can do. You'll drive yourself fucking crazy. And that's
sure.
the problem.
I fucking love it. Well, Danielle, I hope that helped your situation out. I love this topic. This was actually a really good topic.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
You guys
So-
dropped some major bombs there.
Yeah.
Some major bombs and gems is what I call it. But that concludes this podcast. I like these like topics. It kind of really gets us to really focus on one subject.
Yeah.
I think people when they listen to this podcast sometimes are like, "Where the fuck is this conversation going?" Like for example, he will suck a dick for $750,000.
Come on, baby. Bring in those offers.
Yeah, dude.
I got a couple offers, but I don't think they
That's
have
a lot of money.
$750K.
Yep.
Yeah, see? Thank you, dude.
That's
For 5 pumps, Joe. For 5
Oh,
pumps.
that's a lot.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, see?
See, that's
You're
why I
the
said,
odd one out.
See, that's why
Fuck
I
you,
said.
Patrick.
See, that's why I said if Joe was here, it would have been a different podcast.
Yeah, see? Come on, man.
Because
you
this-
know what? Most people were like, you know what? I like the way Nick thinks, and I appreciate that. So shout out to those people that are logical.
It's also
thinking human beings.
unrealistic. No one's gonna pay you.
Yeah, no one's gonna pay.
That's
That's
why
the
I'm
other
like,
thing too.
I'm very realistic, and that's why I'm a businessman. Because I'll be
See-
like, hey, 5 pumps, 750.
They're like, what? Fuck off! You
See,
better
this-
finish me off for 750.
Just to let you guys know, you could see how flustered Nick is because he's very disappointed in himself, and he can't can't take that podcast back, and it's out there. It is out. It is out there.
Bro, I stand behind it because, like what Joe
Yeah, you
said,
stand behind a fat dick. Is what you stand. behind.
if it's really
front of.
big, if it's really big, I'm gonna have to go up in price just a little bit. Just a little bit.
yeah.
little bit. It depends
I
on
don't
the
want to
size.
get fucking
Yeah,
throat
yeah,
fucked.
yeah, dude, come on. Back of the
That's
tonsils, you
extra.
kidding me?
Yeah.
No, but back to my point, what Joe said earlier, and I have to make this point.
Okay.
For someone to offer me that kind of money, I'm flattered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
means-
you think for 5 pumps that's worth 750K?
Yeah.
Hey, dude, at the end of the day, I'm just humble, dude.
I like to be admired. If someone just offered me that, I'd suck their dick for free
I'll be
because
"Oh
I
my
like to
God,
be
that's
admired.
So nice. Yeah, I'll be that's so nice, and
Dude,
I'll
man,
just
I'll
do
give you a
that.
discount, 10% off, man.
You just want to hang after?
No,
or
I'll
what?
pay you now.
So are we gonna?
I'll pay you to suck your dick.
Yeah. That's a good deal, dude.
See, I told you if Joe was on here, the conversation would have been completely different.
Me and Joe, bro, we're on the same wavelength.
Hey man, $5 is $5.
Yep.
No, not for that. I want to do. What would you do for $5? What's like the lewdest act?
High five somebody. That's
Depends
what I'll do.
Right on the
depends
ass.
if I'm down and out.
What's my life situation right now, dude?
Currently, what it is now.
If I need to smuggle myself out of North Korea and I need the $5 so I could pay the
different.
fucking guard,
That's as good as
I'll
750K
suck
at that
the
point.
shit out of that dick.
And that's why Joe is successful, right there.
That is how JK Films started, guys. Anyways, guys, that wraps up this podcast. You can catch us on all audio platforms. That's Stitcher, iTunes. Oh, if you're on iTunes, make sure you give us that 5-star. We're trying to get up there in the rankings, babe. But remember,
let's do it.
This is the best podcast because we talk about anything and everything. We don't have any specific subjects. We like to keep everybody involved, and we just bullshit all day.
Bullshit,
And
though.
every now and then, we get a weird fucking guy named Nick on.
Come on.
Everybody.
Yeah, shout out to all the fans out there.
Yeah, shout out to all the fans that would suck a dick for $750,000.
Come on.
All right, y'all. See y'all next time.